Hi everyone. If you have a electric pressure cooker like this one, the brand name is Potastic, and you've encountered errors, especially this error after you plug it in, gives you this error and it just won't go away. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. First, make sure you unplug it from the power outlet and unplug the cable itself. Flip it upside down, and let's look at the screws here. So there's really only one screw on this one. If you have the same model, it should be the same. Remove this screw and rotate this. So you can see when you rotate, there should be a tab here and it clears it. Alright. So remove that. You'll expose wires and a circuit board. This is not the computer circuit board, and luckily this problem has nothing to do with it. If you're into electronics and you have multimeters and so on, you can do some other tests, but for this one I'm only going to show you that specific problem. And just so you know, we did have in the past overflowing of liquid into it that may have contributed to this problem, but we also had this problem early on and I never got a chance to to look at it until now. We were not able to operate it at all. So once you do that, it's easiest to remove these 3 screws here so you can gain access to the whole unit without interference from this cover. Now this problem, and I don't know, you may end up getting other error codes for the same problem, is not bad to fix. I want to show you a few things. These are like, let me get these screws out of the way so I don't lose them. Alright. This circuit board floats here, it's okay. You don't need to unplug this, but I want to show you. See these two, this here and that there. These are like thermal cutoffs, and one of them is open. And so that's what it checks for when it first powers up. If any one of them is open, it's considered an error. I don't know yet if it checks to see if the heater element is open. If you have if you find that these are okay, then you would want to check the heater circuit if you end up with an error. I'll show you these issues because they're easy to fix. Alright, so I have a multimeter. You don't need one because I'm trying to show the layman how to fix this, but I want to show you scientifically why it doesn't work. So this will beep when there's continuity. It means when you do have continuous circuit. So a wire, you can check both ends of the wire, and it should beep if the wire is not broken. If it's broken, it doesn't beep. These 2 wires here that you see here, let me zoom in. Alright, so this is the device here. Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. This is the device. It should have continuity. Now I had fixed it, so it does have continuity between this and that one. Nevertheless, it was not working, but I'm going to show you how to fix it. And the error I got is because I actually purposefully did it so you can see that error. What you do is, in fact, let's remove it so you can see it. So if you remove this screw, and let's zoom in even more. Alright, so this screw here, again, don't lose the screw, and there's a washer in it. And if you turn it over, and I unplugged it, this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you what you need to clean out. There's a contactor right here, right under this plate that goes up and down. You can clean it in one of various methods. I have a dental pick, so I just go underneath and I clean it and I scrape it. Okay, One other method you could use, you could slide a thin piece of sandpaper and sand underneath the plate. Let's see if I can get a close-up. Underneath this plate here. And sand it. Use a sandpaper to clean it actually. It'll sand it. And it should work. Unless this is completely burned. And you'll be able to see it if it's completely burned. Alright. It's the same thing with the other one, because there's another one there. You can clean both and make sure they're good. If you do have an ohm meter, you can do another continuity check and to make sure that it is working. It's working. So just put it back in place. Plug it back in. I removed the plug. Just so you know, in case you do want to remove this plug, you want to push, there's a pin right here. Let me zoom in. And the pin is right here, that one. So you just push here and you pull up, okay? And then you just push it back in when you're done. Now the other one, in case you do have a problem with the other one, don't pull it out. Just try to clean it in place. This one is mounted differently. At first I would check this one, okay, and then I would check that one here. Sorry, yeah, right there. Don't pull this out though. Now that it's done, putting this back together is pretty simple. Okay, let me show you though how it lines up, just so you know. These are the screw holes, this one, that one, and this groove here. Lines up here. You kind of move it if you're unsure until they line up with the screw holes here. And just snaps in place. Put your screws back in. You may need to rotate just to make sure you clear the third screw in the groove here. The thermal cutoffs are common failures in any device that has a heater element, because they're meant as safety switches. So you always have to check those, and without a multimeter it's not an easy thing to check. Alright, now this cover goes back in reverse. Let's check where the screw hole is. It's right here. So just install it like this, turn. And right before I shot this video, yes, this was not working. I realized many people don't know how to fix it and don't know what's wrong with it, so they throw the whole thing away. You don't need to. It's fixable. Luckily, it's not the electronics behind this. Plug it in. No error. Keep worm. Manual. Yep, it's working again. Good luck to you.